Rears back and it starts to rattle at him.
Whoa.
And he starts doing the reverse snake saying, "Give me my glasses!" He has no idea what the snake is at that time. So. I still have the rattlesnake.
I didn't know they had rattlesnakes.
Yeah. I have the rattlesnake. Yeah, he cut him off and gave it to me.
I do remember, well, two things on that. I remember my mom, Jean, opening the white chest of drawers in the kitchen, back in the left corner there,
yeah.
And there was a black snake in the drawer.
You thought it was a bell. It was wrapped around her arm. And she was in the front yard rolling, trying to get the snake off of her
But
arm.
somewhere, either in Lakewood or it might have been Boy Scouts, I remember learning to cut the head off a snake and skin it, and pin the skin out on a board with tacks and salt it, so that you could cure a snake skin. I remember. I learned that as a kid.
All right, let's go to the next subject. Let's see what comes up. You all know the best one.
Having our dog, Tracy, pull us on a sled down the road of Marcel Drive.
Yeah, that was us.
There's actually, Grandpa actually shot 16mm film.
Yeah.
And
Tracy, he was really pull us. He kind of was walking us right to the side. But yeah, he did just start it.
He took us off.
He had lots of fun. We had to make sure we ran off so we didn't run over the dog.
Yeah, just that hill.
Yeah.
Just that house.
It was
This
wonderful.
was the
Wish I could afford to buy it right now. I mean, that's a great house. It was a great family gathering.
Cowboy suits and guns and holsters.
That's another stand for
Okay,
family.
where did those come from? We have
Wait. I'm the one that wanted that in there. I don't think I wrote it. Because one of my earlier memories of joining this family, but I had been married 5 years already, and I had Amanda as a newborn, and I'm at Don and Betty's house in Baldwin for Christmas dinner with the herd, and I'm watching all the home movies, and Jean and Bonnie and Pat and Betty are sitting there, and here comes the show, the movie of the cowboy suits and the dolls, and especially the cowboy suits. The four mothers are like, "That's my kid." "No, it's my kid." "No, this is my kid." Because the kids look alike, the suits look
Yeah,
alike.
I can tell you it was Randy and me in the cowboy suits and Karen in the little cowboy suits.
No, this is all Grandma and
No, they were
I
right.
remember us having it. I remember us having it
No,
very well.
one Christmas.
I have the
The argument
video.
still goes on.
John's got a copy of the video too, of Wayne in his cowboy hat, and he had a double holster.
But
Pulling that out.
Grandma and Grandpa had given all the boys matching cowboy suits.
I don't remember the cowboy suit, but I remember that each of us got a great big cowboy gun, 4 of them, maybe more. I still have mine. It's like a life-size gun, and it had bullets in it pointed out.
But the rest of the story I already told reminded Geneva. Geneva had brought a boyfriend home for that same event, and he walked by and his eyes were just like, "What the heck have I got?" And I looked in there, I said, "This is only half of us."
He never came back.
We didn't want him
He never made it back.
Next topic is jokes around the dinner table.
Okay.
Every night.
Yeah, I remember that, sitting around my parents and with Don and Betty and Auntie and everybody, and after dinner, they all sit around the table and try to outdo each other with politics or jokes.
And they all have a
One
glass
after
of brandy
another
or
after
scotch.
And I got some of my best jokes from those tables.
Yeah, but
Totally politically incorrect.
Grandpa Fred told all the stupidest dad jokes. I inherited it from him, my boys from me. And he used to actually literally slap his knee in the bathroom. His famous,
I even have a better one than that. They all outdo each other.
two of them that he used to tell the kids when we were 5 years old. One was, "What time is it when it's time to go to the dentist?"
Yeah.
The answer is 2:30.
Yeah, so what about the riddle that Grandpa would always make us, the riddle that Grandpa would always make us try to figure out? Oh my God, every one time we drive along that riddle would just pop in my head, I'm like, what is the answer? Oh, how do you say Puss in Boots without puss? How do you say Puss in Boots without puss? Or the puss?
In boots?
Yeah, and boots, yeah. So it's like, what? But he would ask all of us, he'd tell us, and we'd have to go whisper in his ear if we had the answer right. And none of us ever got the answer right.
So what was it?
I don't know. I never to this day, I do not know.
And the other was, would you really buy the answer?
I never got it right, and he would never tell it. You don't remember that? He would sit down and we'd all come around and he'd ask us
It
a
was
riddle.
boots without
And we
shoes is what he
would, yeah,
used
what
to
is,
say.
yeah, how do you say puss without
You say,
something?
say boots without shoes, and he never would tell us the answer.
It was boots.
But his favorite, what was his favorite with and Bumper, he said, you would always sit around and go, what's the difference between unlawful and illegal? Illegal is a sick word. And then he do this too.
Alright, we'll end it on that one. Okay, this one is a little participation on the crowd here. Everybody that's ever got it in Afghan or something knitted by Hazel, stand up.
Yeah.
She heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, she knitted, oh, and I got the most precious picture of Patrick, if anybody wants to see it, with the little bit of socks on it. Red socks. I mean, it's like, you I mean, it just, he looks like he's got a white beard.
He got something on underneath it.
Yeah, it's
The next topic is tape recordings from Korea.
See, I don't remember that. No,
I don't remember either.
Okay, I put that in there because Stanley was in Korea, and his only way of his best way of communicating was to send tape recordings, and he would tell stories, and we were all to gather around and listen to Uncle Stanley tell stories.
Do we know what happened with him?
I have no idea.
I'd be curious.
I don't remember it.
I have a
was pretty young
whole
when Dad was
thing
in
full of
Korea.
Dad's tapes.
I think I may have
Cassette
refused to
tapes.
have that.
They may be in that box of his cassette tapes. I don't know. They might be there. I don't know. I carry them around. Everything with them. I just move them from house to house.
The next topic is a green suited Santa.
Oh yeah, we love green Santa.
We were just talking about Green Santa last night.
Did anybody know why he was green?
And they couldn't get a red one?
No. My dad went to the IGA store to buy something, and he came home with this silly thing. And at the bottom, it was a Sprite advertisement. Now we know the truth.
Okay, so they were free.
And I don't know if I get paid for it or what, but he was excited about this green Santa Claus.
The only
I've
one
never
who
seen
knows
another one
that
like
green
it.
Santa.
And unfortunately, he suffered a fire, I believe.
Really?
Yeah. And
He had a meltdown.
Santa struck lightning on the kid's dad's office, and it burned to the ground.
so,
Is that what happened to the aluminum Christmas tree too?
No,
With the
we did
wheel?
not have him.
No, or the color changing, like color changing.
Whatever happened to the aluminum Christmas tree?
Aluminum Christmas tree with a color changer wheel. Remember that? But it was red. We were sitting in a chair going, oh, we would be red again. We would be blue again. I remember as kids, we would sit there just watching. And then some green Santa.
Which is so funny because now if we had that vintage, it would be worth it.
I'm surprised we never really psycho.
okay, we'll do a couple more.
The next one is ringing the church bell.
We all did that.
Yeah, Bruno.
Yep.
This one is Uncle Marshall's Winnebago rides to the lake.
That was me, because I remember sitting back there trying to play cards, and we were like, woo, woo, it was kind of fun. I think it was Rockefeller.
Yeah, well,
I was just thinking what lake it was.
Yeah.
And I think it was so much fun, and I would always ride with you guys.
have you ever seen the movie like, what is it, some of those, Smokey the Bandit and all? Driving that big old Winnebago with a CD and a cigar. Trucking down the road with a CD and a cigar. Hang on, kids.
If I remember correctly, your dad, I mean, we all were really really happy when cruise control came along.
But yeah, but then your dad got up and walked to the back of
But he brought
the.
along, the gas bill would go up, then it'd come back down. Then it'd go
Oh,
up, then it'd
his
come
brother
back down.
Bob definitely had that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Is that how they all learned to drive?
I guess.
Yeah,
I swear to God, I know we were really happy. when
The
cruise
story
control came
where
in.
the cruise control was on and the driver got up to walk to the back to get a cup of coffee.
That's not a story.
I guess it's totally different, but it happened. And the person didn't say, what are you doing? But they were asleep. Woke up, what are you doing? I'm getting, no, it's cruise control, you gotta drive it. Yeah, anyway.
We were just talking about the Winnebago the other day. We took a trip to take David to his work, and we went to some beach, and we had Marcia and Jessica and everybody. We were following with the station wagon, and we all piled back in the station wagon. We all piled back in the Winnebago. We're all driving down the highway. We're all on our CBs, and who's got Jessica? We left Jessica on the beach.
Really?
Turn around, and Jessica's still sitting in her little stroller, kicking her feet.
You can't make these things up.
Anyway.
That's a lot of fun.
Hey, John. That stuff will be mostly practical.
Only by my dad.
Oh, I remember driving on the bus to Camp Pioneer. I didn't even think about that one. That was always a fun thing with your dad. Your dad driving and the caravan. You know, that was always an exciting time.
The next one is World Tour Souvenirs.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Chinese.
they traveled a lot. I'm not, after their retirement, and they would always buy 4 of everything. Typically, it was a doll that represented the country that they went to. And so all 4 of the families had a cabinet full of dolls, you know, one from Thailand, one from England, one from, you know, France, like that. And they were identical. So everybody had the same collection. I don't know where they all are
Well,
today.
they had different colors too.
And
Some
that
had the
pipe-
green, some had the yellow, some had the orange. some
Jenny
had the
brought
red.
that wooden carved
Yeah.
pipe. I'm not sure what country that came from, but that, I think there were 4 of those too. I think everybody had one.
Yeah, we all had the oriental dolls, we all had the
What
kimono
about the
dolls.
great big green elephants that were ceramic?
Yep, that's my mom.
Where'd they come from?
Turkey.
From your parents?
Turkey.
Okay, so they weren't from
No, that was
grandma. I always thought they were
military.
from my grandma.
Yeah, that, they went
One that was
to the, we went to
stationed
Holy
in
Dance.
Europe, went there and got these things and brought it back, because every military person I know
Has
has
them.
them in their house.
Okay. I said, I thought grandma was from
They were very.
No. My mom did that. Yeah.
Wonderful colors.
They were good luck, they were good luck.
That's no type.
The Thanksgiving table.
Ah, which one?
Okay, my favorite part of that one, I can tell you. First, last, and only call to dinner.
Oh, yeah.
That was Grandpa, of course, saying. Anybody, I mean, is it open discussion on
Well,
that?
they had,
He had pants that he liked to bang on for breakfast. Grandmother.
and when he'd take off on a trip, he'd say, "Here we go, like a herd of turtles in a snowstorm."
Aunt Ruth and Aunt Lou.
Oh, that's an interesting story.
I don't even, I never.
So, well, they were the ones who lived at Bruno while the rest of us would go to visit. Ruth was the oldest, first child of Isaac and his wife. And so she was the oldest daughter, but she never married. And Lou was actually her mother's sister. Lou was Ruth's aunt. And Lou was not born paralyzed, but somewhere in her youth she became paralyzed, and the stories debate how it was. Some people say she fell off a horse. Some people say she got some kind of infectious disease. They mostly agree that she was recuperated in some kind of infirmary or hospital. And when she came out, she was permanently shaped like a chair. They put her in a chair, and so she couldn't straighten her legs, and she always sat like a chair. And so Ruth spent the rest of her life totally caring for Aunt Ruth.
Yeah.
Picked her up, toileted her, bathed her. No, there's lots of different stories of what they had. There was some story about how the doctors treated her with a heat treatment.
Yeah.
And that made it worse to the
They took her
better.
to springs, hot springs. they did
Yeah,
all sorts of stuff.
I remember going as a child to her house, and then she'd always smile at you, and she had really pointy teeth, and I was like, oh, Mom, it's a monster. I remember
Lou was
saying
tiny,
that, I was
maybe-
so scared.
Lou
It
was
like
80 or 90 pounds, and Ruth was a big, strong, strapping woman.
Yeah.
The memory I have of her when I was 5, she would always wear these long yellow or off-white dresses down to her ankles with black shoes and stockings, like Victoria, except it was a light colored dress. And she would shuck beans. She'd bring the green beans out in a big bowl, and she'd, with a dress, she'd put it between her knees, and she'd just sit there and pop beans, and we kids would catch them from her and put her in the next thing. And she'd
Yeah.
snap
Yeah.
beans.
Yeah, it was a lot of
It
good
was
memories there,
very
yeah.
quiet, didn't talk a lot.
No, didn't talk much.
Okay, this one's kind of an interesting subject. The way it's worded, I won't quite read it for you. So pretty because it could be taken wrong. But Grandma had this machine in her bedroom.
Oh, I remember
You got on it, put the switch on it, and jiggled around. And it was supposed to lose weight. Guarantee you, all of us.
We used to go play with it.
Yeah.
I didn't get it, because many people she put in there at one time, and she watched it jiggle. We'd get
I see some old commercials, it was hilarious.
The card says grandma's vibrating machine.
We were gonna go there, but we didn't.
Parents like, no, no, I don't wanna hear about this.
This one says, Aunt Betty spraying whipped cream from a can all over Grandpa Brooks.
Oh, that's Betty, she remembers that.
She didn't know how to use it.
Oh.
It was an
It wasn't, but it was.
Okay, we'll do 2 more. Well, okay, we're gonna do 2 more. We already did that one.
A lot of repeats.
Well, yeah, we have the same memories.
Set of luggage.
Graduation.
There you go, girl. Yeah, settle luggage. You get one, you get one.
Samsonite, yeah, what color do you want? You had to put out what color?
Everybody, when you graduate from high school, they moved your ass out. You got They was probably packed.
I had yellow Samsonite. I think I have the biggest.
Yeah, I think that's about a pretty good hit. They give you luggage.
No, because at least at Bonnie and Marshall, you had till August to get out. Yeah, and you both got lucky.
Okay, last one. Let's do one more. We keep getting something.
That's okay.
Tire swing.
Oh,
That's a nice one.
the one in
There was
Bruno?
one in Bruno. There was one in our backyard.
First off, who hung it? Was it Don?
Oh, yeah, there was the one at Marshall's house.
Yeah, the tire swing in Bruno, somebody climbed up that oak tree and hung it. And I kind of think it was Don. Might have been young Marvin. So anyway, it was right over the little creek there. There was a little creek that went through there. And we'd all swing out over the creek and swing back again, all the way across to jump off on the other side of the yard and come back. And we climbed that tree. We would get up there, when you got to, once you got up with a ladder to the first branch, then you could walk your way around the different branches and go up another 20 feet
Yeah,
or
I
so.
think we would all sit up in that tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd
Is
take
it still
naps or
there?
something.
Yeah, the tree's still there.
Yeah, I know, I remember sitting up
The
in that
creek's
tree.
dry. Every spring, the creek used to fill up with water all the way through. And there used to be tadpoles and frogs that we used to like to play with, growing in. But in the summer, it would dry up. In late years, I don't know, how often does that water in it anymore? John Brooks, does the creek have water in it very much anymore?
It never rains enough.
Yeah.
What does?
I mean, the tree's there, but it's not healthy.
Yeah, it's not healthy anymore. It's been there a long time.
My story on that one is, we had one in our backyard, times when, the old mulberry tree. And and Wayne's in it, and he's got his feet in it, you know, and he's sitting in it like this, and Dave and I are pushing him, and we got running, and we pushed him, and he always went to go higher and higher, and he got really high, and the rope broke. And he went higher, and he lands on his head. Oh, no. I think it was his first concussion. Off to the hospital he went.
Funny story.
Let me add an addendum, because, yes, it was his first concussion, because he had several while he had restaurants and stuff, but at some point, I'm there, and Mama and Papa were there, Bonnie and Marshall are with Marcia in Hawaii coming home, and Mama has a gallbladder attack, and just is writhing in pain, and we've got to go to the hospital. So Wayne gets in the car, and Papa's got Mama in the car, and I said, do you know where the hospital is? Because it's snowing. This is when Marcia, when they came home, and they had to go to Chicago instead of coming home because of the snow. So the four of us are going, and I said, so where's the hospital? And Wayne goes, I don't know. Every time I've been flat on my back or unconscious. And I'm like,
Up next.